Want help to grow your business? Download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.
Hello and welcome to this presentation, How to Get Outside Your Comfort Zone and Live Your Dream Life. My name's Peter Shaw. People have comfort zones. Everyone has them. Some have smaller comfort zones. Some people have larger comfort zones. But most people are living right in the center of their comfort zone. What we're looking to do today is to get you outside of your comfort zone so that you can live your dream life. There's one note before we go forward though, and this is super important. If all of your goals lie inside of your current capabilities, then you don't have to do anything. Relax, make a cup of tea, and you can go and listen to some music while I continue this presentation for all of the people whose goals are bigger than their current comfort zone. The goals, you can see that some still lie inside of the comfort zone, but a lot will be outside. And so this is you if you're a go-getter. This is you if you're moving to a new phase of life. This is you if you have a dream that you've had for a while and you haven't got there yet. What we need to do is bust you out, find a dynamic way for you to become the type of person that can get that goal. And we have a unique way of doing this. Let's say that you have a business goal. In the Scary and Exciting philosophy, you might not set that business goal as your main goal. We take a slightly different approach here, and we'll seek to help you to become the sort of person that can achieve that goal. And sometimes we do it in a non-linear fashion. My business exploded the first time I went skydiving because I was so terrified, and yet the skydive itself represented everything that I wanted and needed to be in business. Bold, adventurous, going for it, not holding back, not saying yes to fear, and not staying inside of my comfort zone. So what we're looking to do here is to pick a goal that is outside of your comfort zone. And we want it to be two things. We want it to be scary and exciting. We want your goal to be scary because that implies growth. You know your goal is scary if you're hitting right up against the comfort zone. And that's where all of your beliefs, all of your fears exist right there at the edge of the comfort zone. And so we want to identify something that's outside of it so that you can bust right through that. And the second thing that we want is we want your goal to be exciting. If it's exciting, then it's going to be on path, on purpose for you in the direction of your goals and dreams. And I want you to understand that that excitement is a long burn excitement, long term. Do you understand that on the day of the skydive, I had to put on my brown pants because that's how terrified I was and go out to the drop zone? It wasn't very exciting for me on that day, but I was looking to the future. To become the sort of person that could jump out of a plane meant huge things for me, not just in my personal life, but also in my business life. So the exciting bit is the long-term exciting. It might not feel exciting because you might just be terrified. It might just seem scary right from the outset. So we choose something and we begin to set about locking it in. We want you to go up and through the barrier. And when you do that, you might experience some terror. When you do that, you might experience all of the programming from your past. Maybe there were limitations passed down to you from your parents, or maybe it's a generational thing. It's like, oh, our family doesn't do that kind of thing, and it's kept you stuck and boxed in, and you really need to get wild and break free of these limitations. And sometimes, for some of you, if you go home and say, Mom, Dad, I think I'm starting my own business. Mom, Dad, I've got this goal. I want to go from here to here. They'll play the devil's advocate for you and effectively put you back in your box. Whereas, taking this approach, we can step outside the comfort zone. You can own the new you and then take that claim, the new you towards everything in business. So you own it first, and then you get to use that, as represented here. So we go outside from where you currently are in the comfort zone to outside the comfort zone. We lock it in. We'll talk about that later. And then you want to choose a goal that's scary and exciting for who you become. This is the most important thing. So for me, in business, I needed to be bold. I needed to be adventurous. I needed to be driven. I needed to have no fear. And so I chose skydiving because it's bold, it's adventurous, and if you're the type of person that can do it, then there's no fear. And it's a really funny thing for me because, of course, thousands of people have gone skydiving, but not many of them have used it as a metaphor for claiming the new them. And this is the difference. As you go forward, you want to really make sure that you're claiming who you become, because as soon as you own it, here, you own the bigger circle, a bigger comfort zone, then everything, all the results you want, lie inside of this bigger circle, the new you. And that's super exciting. And so then once you've claimed it, you can just get on with life. You can get on with the business of claiming the results that lie inside of the bigger comfort zone. And for some of you, you only need to do this once. If you pick your biggest fear, if you pick the most scary and exciting thing, maybe you only need to go from here to here one time, and then for the rest of your life, you can draw down on that. For the rest of your life, all of the results lie inside of your new capabilities of what you're willing to do. Now, sure, you're going to need to go and get some new skills, some new strategies, some support to help you go forward, but it's the new you that is willing to do that is so very, very important. So as we step forward, I want you to claim a bigger circle. I want you to claim a bigger you. And so we're going to do goal setting in a non-traditional fashion. What most people do is they go, okay, well, here's me. This is what I'm capable of. Oh, well, I think I can do this. And they choose something inside the comfort zone, and then they use that as evidence. Okay, I did that. That's how big I am. That's what I'm capable of. And they automatically restrict themselves to their past. And as we've discussed, you pick up beliefs from all over the place, and not all of them are useful. I have clients coming to me every single day of the week telling me about what their teacher told them when they were 6 or 7 years old. You'll never go very far, or you're not good at maths, or you're not really good at this, you're not cut out for this. Or maybe it was your parents, or maybe it was just a thought that came in somewhere. For me, it was in high school. I was a little prince in primary school. I was school captain. Everything was wonderful. Everything was fine. And then when I went to high school, 220 boys in the year, and no one was given a memo to know how cool I was. And so I just dropped through the social rankings and became a bit of an outcast. I spent my lunch times at the library reading comic books. Embarrassing, but there you go. Now you know. So we want to be able to break free of any of this programming that is really not serving you. And to go further into this, we want to go a little bit deeper, and we're going to borrow from another piece of scary and exciting philosophy, and we call this straight line thinking. So we're going to come back to your comfort zone and busting out of it, but we need to put in another piece in the meantime. So here we go. This is straight line thinking, and this is a metaphor. This is not real. It's important you know that. So we believe that what you're asking for from the world is available to you as long as you become the sort of person that goes out and can claim that. It's so very, very important. So metaphorically, here's what happens. Is you write your goals. You say, I want a red Ferrari and a yellow one for Tuesdays, and I want a big house. Oh no, like Richard Branson, I want my own island, and you write goal, 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 goal. And then unbeknownst to you, those goals get faxed off to God. And God's there sitting on a cloud, has a beard, of course, and reads the goals, and there's only one criteria, because God can Shazam anything, anytime, anywhere, all powerful, but there's one criteria, and no one told you. You didn't learn this in school, your parents didn't tell you, But God reads your list of goals and goes, that's fine. You can have that as long as you're being the sort of person that gets to have that. As long as you're being the type of person that gets to live that life. And so God's there on the cloud, stroking his beard, probably, or her beard, depending on what your beliefs are. It gets awkward as we go through this talk. I promise it's not the most awkward thing that I'll say, though. That's still coming. So, we're there, and
To continue enjoying this presentation, download BRiN, the world's first business advisor in your pocket. To find out more, visit BRiN.ai or search the App Store today.